Ladybug, ladybug, munching on aphids. Your life is so simple, so plain, so vapid. Ladybug, ladybug, munching on aphids. Your life is so simple, so plain, and so vapid. Well, there's birds in the bushes and there's spiders that wait. For them you could soon be the last thing that they ate. Remember to think when you're plucked from the tree, the poison to spew as you bleed from the knee. Ladybug, ladybug, munching on aphids. Your life is so simple, so plain, so vapid. Hold your head high, step light on those legs, go fearlessly forth, be not in the dregs. For you like a skunk, clothed in beauteous mourning. In red and black safety you greet each new morning. Ladybug, ladybug, munching on aphids. Your life is so simple, so plain, and so vapid. Ladybug, ladybug, munching on aphids. So simple, so plain, so vapid.
You know, I really love beetles. Ladybugs are a kind of a beetle, and they're one of my favorite kinds of bugs. I've got some in this jar. I've been keeping them alive, and today I think we should go out and look for ladybugs and see if we can find some. And let me just get my ladybug equipment together here right away. We'll need a hat, ladybug hat. Oh, what was that? This is a ladybug beating sheet. We'll need that for sure. I'll just fold it down for easy carrying. Need the vest full of stuff, magnifying glass, we've got an aspirator in there. Of course, a net. Now this looks like a good place for ladybugs. I find that there are different kinds of ladybugs in different places. You can find ladybugs almost anywhere there are plants. There are going to be different ladybugs here than there would be in the forest, different ladybugs than there would be down by the river. And one of the easiest ways to find them is to use a sweeping net. This is a sweeping net. Doesn't look like it right now. Get a load of this. Poof! Very cool. The tool of the trade. That is one of my favorite things. All you do with it is gently sweep the thistles or whatever kind of plants you happen to have in front of you. You're not going to hurt the plants. You're not going to hurt the ladybugs. Catching ladybugs here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Holy crow, mad yellow jacket. Let him out first. There we go. And what else? Let's have a look. Oh, look at that, look at that. All right, there's a ladybug in there. Don't you love it when things like this actually work? Wonderful, wonderful. A beautiful, freshly emerged female 9-spotted ladybug. The second way to look for ladybugs is to use a beating sheet. A beating sheet is a simple piece of rectangular cloth. Anyone could make one. You stick the sticks. This is not easy. Stick the sticks in the corners. Get your stick, and all you have to do is hold the sheet underneath a piece of shrubbery, bang on it with the stick, and everything interesting that is living will fall. And then, when you've whacked enough bushes, you have a look on the sheet, and maybe you've got some ladybugs. Well, we've got a bunch of ants, spiders, a bean, and some leaf beetle larvae, but no ladybugs. Can't win them all. Let's try another method, the easy method. The third way to look for ladybugs is just to look for them, to walk along and watch for them. After all, they don't mind being in the open. That's why they're red and black. It's a warning color. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Have a look. This thistle plant is absolutely covered with aphids. And aphids are a small kind of insect. They stick their beak into the thistle plant, And these ants are looking after the aphids. The ants bop the aphids with their antennae, and the aphids give them a sweet juice called honeydew. Is that weird or what? And in return, the ants are looking after the aphids. The ants are serving as their police, and usually this would be a good sort of place to look for ladybugs, but if there was a ladybug here, the ants would be making life very miserable. The average ladybug flaps its wings while it's flying 70 to 90 times a second. That's even faster than a hummingbird. Hummingbirds only flap their wings 50 times a second. Now, if you don't believe that these ants are actually guarding the aphids, have a look at that. These are just little scissors. I'm not going to hurt them with this, but look at that. You show them the scissors and they just hop right on them. Scissors coming. Oh, look at that. And trying to, they're biting the scissors. They're trying to sting the scissors, or I guess they don't have stingers. They're spraying the scissors with a defensive chemical, formic acid. They are extremely angry at these scissors. But there they are, attacking the knife. And if I was a ladybug, I would be anywhere except on this plant. Finding an aphid to eat here would be really tough. Okay, everybody off the knife, off the knife. Go do something else. Guard your aphids. Ouch, ouch, ouch. The average small ladybug can eat about 50 aphids a day. The average large ladybug can eat 100 aphids a day. That's a lot of aphids. The average ladybug larva, maybe only 25 aphids a day. You put it all together, there are a lot of aphids going down the old ladybug gullets in this world every day. Ladybirds. Why do some people say ladybirds when others say ladybugs? In fact, some people even say ladybird beetles because they are neither birds nor bugs, they're beetles. But of course, not all of them are ladies either. Some of them are men. But we don't call them men bugs or boy bugs or guy bugs. That sounds stupid. We call them ladybugs. If you want to be absolutely certain that you're using the correct word, why not call them coccinellidae? That is their Latin name. Derives from the Latin word coccineus, which means red like a berry. Sort of like this, except this is actually red like a beanbag. Some of the other names that have been used for ladybugs include lady clock, lady cow, and lady's beast. And in every case, the lady being referred to is none other than the Virgin Mary, who apparently once had a red, in fact coccineous red, cloak, a very red cloak like a berry. Intriguing fact. But you know, not all beetles that are red and black are ladybugs. In fact, have a look at this one. This is a weevil from Madagascar. Not one of the lesser of the weevils, but a red and black weevil called Trachylophorus giraffa with a very long neck. Fascinating. You might notice a certain resemblance between that and this Trachylophorus giraffa guitar here. I built it myself. I'm quite proud of it. Built around an old Gibson humbucker pickup for the best possible sound. On one mountaintop in California, there were so many ladybugs going to overwinter. In the wintertime, they get together, they hibernate together. There were 42 million ladybugs on that one mountaintop. Got him. You know, sometimes when you're using the aspirator, you get the most amazing flavors coming in there. Ladybugs have a certain smell. Have you ever noticed that? And you can taste that smell when you use the aspirator. I'm sure it's the alkaloids that are in their blood, the distasteful chemicals that make them unappealing to predators. But let's take this ladybug out and find out what species of ladybug we're dealing with here today. Here he is. Now that he's kind of gotten covered with pollen in the aspirator, and while he's stuck in the hairs of my arm, have a look at him and memorize that little spot pattern. He's got 5 spots. 4 of them are fairly small, and the 5th one is a broad band across the shoulders. And whoop, there he goes into the grass. Yeah. Okay, well, let's put this little ladybug away right now. I'll put him back in the aspirator. Easy enough to do. It's way easier to just put it in the aspirator than to pop it into the aspirator, or suck it into the aspirator. I just broke my watch. And now, I'd like to show you, there's no such thing as a field guide to the ladybugs, but we do have a homemade field guide that might just do us for now. These are pictures of the most common species of ladybugs that we could run into today. I drew them myself. I hope you like them. The transverse ladybug, the twice-stabbed ladybug, the two-spotted ladybug, the eyed ladybug, the ladybug to beat all ladybugs. That is a wonderful ladybug. The parenthesis ladybug that looks like it has a pair of parentheses on it, and the 13-spotted ladybug. And I'm sure you've all figured it out already. The one we just caught is the transverse ladybug, Coccinella transversogutata, that's its Latin name. A wonderful ladybug, a very common ladybug, not a bad find. Have a look at that. Excellent. Oh, that's a shame. I busted my watch. It was a gift, too. Beautiful watch. Oh, well, who knows? Maybe with a little duct tape, it'll be as good as new. You know, I think we're having a pretty good ladybug expedition here today. We found a couple of different kinds. We might find some more. I'm watching the river. Sometimes ladybugs, when they're flying, they'll fall in the water, and you can spot them as they float by or as they crawl up on the shore. Hasn't happened yet, but that doesn't mean it couldn't happen. In the meantime, let me tell you some intriguing ladybug facts, at least facts that I find intriguing. Did you know that a ladybug begins its life as an egg, spends about 4 or 5 days as an egg, then it turns into a larva and feeds on aphids as a larva, sort of a grubby looking thing for about 4 or 5 weeks. Then it's a pupa and it just sits there for 10 days or so, and then out of the pupa comes the ladybug, the beetle, the adult, and the adult can live for as much as 1.5 years. Did you ever wonder, for example, why ladybugs, which are a type of beetle, why they're red and black? It's actually a warning to predators. It lets the predators know that if they grab the ladybug will spurt poisonous blood from its knees, blood filled with alkaloids, extremely bad-tasting chemicals, and almost every predator, a bird or whatever, will spit the ladybug out. Now, for example, I have here, my little friend, a young leopard gecko who eats bugs but has never seen a ladybug. And I have here some ladybugs who have never seen a leopard gecko. If I take one of these ladybugs, put it in with the gecko, what will happen? Let's have a look. Will the ladybug emerge unscathed? Here's one. The bravest of the ladybugs, ready to go. He's the ladybug. He's waiting for it to move because he's sensitive to motion. And ooh, oh yeah, oh, he didn't like it at all, did he? That's going to be the last ladybug he ever gives a snap at. How about that? Perfect, perfect. And the ladybug is unharmed. A successful experiment in the tradition of science. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire. Your children are alone. All but the one who lives under the stone. Fly away, ladybug, ere it be gone.
Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire, your children alone. All but the one who lives under the stone. Fly away, ladybug, ere it be gone. Ladybug, ladybug, munching on aphids. Your life is so simple, so plain and so vapid. Ladybug, ladybug, munching on aphids. Your life is so simple, so plain, so vapid.